Hey everybody, it's Kelly. Welcome back to another episode of Ask a Therapist. So there's this thing that's been happening on my socials recently, right? And it is actually bizarre to me how much energy is thrown negatively towards the bi community. And a lot of it is at that very real feeling of not belonging to either world. You're not queer enough for the queer world and you're not straight enough for the straight world. And it makes dating very difficult. How do you explain to someone, if you're dating someone of the same sex, that you also date someone of the opposite sex? You don't always know how they're going to handle it. You don't know if they're going to see that as like an attack on their queerness or if they're going to be okay with that. And the other way too, if you're dating someone in a seemingly heterosexual relationship, your queerness doesn't just go away. You know, you really do need to be able to be with somebody who's going to recognize that and be okay with affirming that in you and being a supportive person. And let's be honest, these days, you don't always know that off the bat with somebody. So that's why I want to take a couple of minutes and go over the top 3 dating apps for bisexual people. And I'm going to start with my number 1. You already know that I love the app Taimi. And while yes, they are sponsoring this video, the reason that I love them is because they are built from the ground up to be LGBTQIA plus affirming. You can, from the minute that you build your profile, specify who you are looking for or who you're not looking for according to you. Because being bisexual doesn't always mean the same thing from bi person to bi person. It doesn't look the same. So why should your experience have to be the same? Like checking one box saying bisexual or checking a box that says pansexual on an app, that doesn't always cut it. With Taimi, you can personalize your profile to a degree that allows you to really show who you are and to make it clear what you're looking for. Because of the inclusive vibe of the app itself, you also have a broader spectrum of people to pick from. And you know that the people on there are not people who are not going to be affirming because you've been able to be clear about who you are and what you're looking for from the beginning. Because I want to make sure that I'm giving you all aspects of the pros and cons though, there is a lot on the app. Like there's a lot happening and it can be overwhelming, but like with any app, take it slow. If you do use this app, just introduce yourself to the people you want to introduce yourself to. You don't have to answer every message. You don't have to interact with every person who wants to interact with you. Now, I do want you to have options. So the next one I want to cover is Field. Field is an up and coming app that does have an entire section for polyamory and ethical non-monogamy. And that is a fantastic option. Now, Taimi has this too. The way that Field handles it is unique to their app itself. They have a couple and third registration option actually on the app itself. It has kink and other non-traditional dynamics that you can be clear about in your profile so that again, you can let people know who you are and be proud of who you are. From the word go, it really does eliminate a lot of frustration and miscommunication. If you're looking for non-traditional interaction, Field can be great. Some of the cons that have been mentioned about Field itself is because it is so small, it doesn't have the kind of options that bigger apps or more established apps have. Also, it does seem to be a bit of a gender disparity. A lot of men looking for outside of their marriage play, and that can be a great option if that's what you're looking for. If it's not, this might not be the app for you. And then the last one that I want to go over with you is Her. I don't see a lot of people talking about this app on the regular. When we talk about queer apps, we're usually talking about Grindr first. And Her tends to be a really great option for people who are bisexual or pansexual and are looking towards dating femme-presenting people. They're very much focused on the femme-presenting and non-binary population, which does take this out of the running if you're looking towards male-dominated dating as a bisexual person. Because of the nature of the app, it does tend to cut down a bit on the unicorn hunting aspect of bisexual dating, which is great. And it does allow for a good amount of community building and friendship making. It's not just dating on this app, but there has been some feedback about the free version being pretty limited. So there you have it. There are some options for dating apps for specifically bisexual people. Let me know in the comments if you have others that you've really enjoyed. And that's it for today. Thank you so much for being here. I will see you all next time. And until then, take care of yourselves and each other.